Hey everyone, I'm Artie, and welcome to 20-second weekly gaming traffic, where you can see and listen about most interesting games released in the second full week of March 2017. All these sections are packed with games this week, and I have a free-to-play dessert just for you. The power word for this episode is variety. Lots of it this week. Free-to-play plus MMO always equals a question. Is it pay to win? You know, I always respect fans of manager games. I am not a fan myself, but I can relate. Goalunited Pro is free-to-play and it's an MMO, which means we compete with other players online. As much as free-to-play term is relative, making a football manager massively multiplayer online sounds exciting. This one is a card battle game, which means we build our deck of cards and we stand against other player. There are over 270 collectible cards and 5 unique land types to battle on. The game is obviously made to fight against living human beings, but single player is also available. And it serves as a kind of prelude to the real deal. Let's see which games this week. No, it sounds too serious. Action games now. Let's start from something so dark which is too dark, and let's follow the light from there. At first sight, it's a pixelated top-down adventure. But when we take a closer look, we will see that this game is quite intense, stealth, spooky adventure made by the pioneer of stealth spooky adventures, Frederick Reynal. Remember Alone in the Dark? Yup, that was him who made it. However, I would recommend to wait with buying this game for a sale. It's funny, in a good way, how developers go back to old times to scoop some ideas for game mechanics, and then they come back to now to use it in modern graphic engines. There's nothing wrong about that, quite opposite. Where's My Brain has nothing to do with zombies. It's a side-scroller shooter with elements of platformer. Classic idea used by modern graphic engine, that's what it is. When I was a kid, I was building entire town from Lego with peacefully living people in it, and then bad guy was coming in, destroying everything in his super vehicle of mass destruction. So, when I saw this game and I saw people playing it and actually enjoying it, I felt a relief. I'm not alone. As much as fans of platformers get portion of games from their favorite genre every week, RPG adventurers have not so much to choose from. Thankfully, Davyria Heroes of Eternity is a decent top-down RPG with pretty cool combat system and nice graphics. Good old Quake times, LAN parties, fragging in high school instead of making that algorithm work. Instead of that nostalgia crap, we've got Reflex Arena. Younger fellow gamers can feel how oldies were practicing aiming in FPSs. What am I even talking about? So yeah, Reflex Arena is a dynamic as first-person arena shooter. There's no time for communication and strategy here. Two people, one disc. When we get the disc, we must throw it. We can throw it straight, we can make it bounce off the walls, or spin it. If our opponent gets the disc, we must catch it. Of course, the game is online. 1 versus 1 or 2 versus 2 matches. And Disc Jam features Ragdoll system. Didn't I say a couple games before that the fans of platformers get something every week? Yes. The last 2 games in this section, and the first one presents the style we all know. Textureless, faded to black characters, objects and terrain, but very pretty backgrounds. Puzzles are mostly physics-based, and the gameplay is fluid indeed. Second platformer is also puzzle-oriented, but in a different style. We must switch realities on the fly to have something to catch to, slide or stand on. The game is not just about running and jumping and switching objects, it also has pretty cool yet absurd story with well-made narration. So there you go, fans of platformers. From weird adventures through hex strategies to airport tower control, casual games. Johnny is an ambitious college student. Jack is a programmer. Robert finds his work really boring. Kevin believes he is an artist. 4 stories for those who have couple quids in their pocket and a free hour in their lives. Did you know that long time ago there used to be text RPG games? Did you know that first online games were turn and text based, sent by email? Nobody cares now, even those who played it back then. To honor those ancient times, I decided to show this adventure text game with graphic interface. Today, it's called an interactive visual novel. I'm not really sure if I should bother you with this one. Sure, Buccaneers, Bounty and Boom is a pretty cool looking and playing board game where we build and upgrade our cities, hunt treasures and dominate over our opponents, but the price is just meh. Thankfully, it's up to us consumers to decide if we spend money on this or that one too. Take a hex turn-based system, mix it with No Man's Sky concept like exploring randomly generated planets, add a card system and awesome visuals, and there we have Loot Rascals. It's basically randomly generated dungeon crawler, only that the dungeons are planets. Of course, there's lots of loot to loot, so we can fly to another planet to loot more. ReThink is not just another first-person puzzle game. Well, it is in some way, but in some other way, it isn't. It is because we still run around in first-person view, but it isn't because of... Here comes this week's power word, variety. They seriously make no sense. One time we must get a glowing marble to its destination, other time we must do something with lasers to pass through, another time we solve a mystery of the floor tiles, so it's not like one mechanics of puzzle to solve, you know. All that is wrapped in futuristic look, which is quite nice. What can I tell you about Turn? It's a puzzle game for carpenters. No, wait. It's a puzzle game about carpentry. So we cut, drill, and mill pieces of, let's say, wood to match the template. Maybe it lacks some visuals, at least for my taste, but technically it's very addictive. Finally something to show in Bump section. Also, it's finally time to show Bump section cutscene. Let's get obvious bumps out of the way. I like what they did with Assassin's Creed Syndicate, and I like that they did it with Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands. The feeling of freedom and open world, customization and variety of approaches. It is good that it's not mission A to mission B to mission C glued with cutscenes. For me, some things should stay where they belong to, and Lego should stay plastic. That's my opinion, and I feel good with it. Other than that, Lego Worlds looks like a freaking good game. Nope, it's not another tower defense game. Tower 3D Pro is one of those let's play cool jobs games, and it's really awesome idea for a game. To be an airport tower control chief. I am more of a train guy, but plane people, no pun intended, should take a closer look at Tower 3D Pro. Free to play dessert! Free to play dessert! Free to play dessert! Revelation Online might be not the best free to play MMORPG out there, but it's definitely the newest. Besides, what is the best MMORPG anyway? The game is in open beta phase, which means that it's pretty much released. There will be no server wipes or anything like that. The combat is quite engaging, even though it's still not fully free aim. And we all know that the combat is one of the most important things in MMORPGs. We have made a video about Revelation Online showing all the classes and their skills preview, so you might wanna check that out to help you choose who you want to be. And that's almost it for this week. Like I said, some things should stay where they belong, whether it's place or time, but sometimes it's really cool to see something refreshed, or better, remade, or at least remastered. If you think that games presented in this episode were varied, not until now. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, found an interesting game to play, or at least you feel informed. And see you in the next weekly gaming traffic, because there's always another one, whether you like it or else. Bye!